Hello, beauty gang, and welcome back to this channel. I know it's been a while, and honestly, I do miss you. Yeah, today I'm going to be doing two braids. You can call it Dutch braids, you can call it French braids, or you can call it whatever you want, as you can see on the screen. So I'm going to be using the blonde extensions, and I'm using the expression. It is 82-inch and 250 grams. So for these two braids, I'll be using just one pack. I divided the pack into two, and as you can see, I am showing you how I prep the hair before I use it. So I just pull each strand. I just pull each strand out. This helps to give the braids a a smooth finishing touch. And I'm doing two braids on straight hair, so it is very important to pull it because by nature straight hair is slippery. So if you don't pull it, there's a high tendency that the extension will be slipping off the person's hair, or it will last just for about a day or few hours. So this step is very important, especially when working with straight hair or any other hair type, because it also helps to give it the finishing ends that will not lose. Most at times when you do braids and you don't knot the ends, there's a high tendency that the braids will lose. So I'm happy to have you here today, and please subscribe, like, and comment. Yeah, now I've finished pulling the hair, stretching the hair. I'm just using my brush to comb it, and before doing that I had to finger detangle it. So for this blonde extension, I'll be using this pink brush to just comb it out. I'm combing out all the tangles. Yeah, I'm carefully combing out all the tangles, and you see that if you check on the brush, you see some extension on the brush. That is the tangles that the brush is taking out. And when it's too much on the brush, you have to take it out so that it can properly detangle the extension. As you can see, I'm just taking it out, and when you see that your brush is smoothly gliding through the extension, then you know that your extension is good to go. You can then tie it up and go to the next extension. After stretching and detangling my hair, I go ahead to put it on this thread rack. This thread rack is very important because it helps you with partitioning the hair. After partitioning my hair on my thread rack, starting from the tiniest bits and increasing as I go on the hair rack, I parted her hair into two equal parts. I tied up the other section, and I'm just braiding this other section. I started with the tiniest bit of the hair, and I usually like to braid it 2, 3 to 4 times before I start adding up extension. As you can see, I'm just adding it the extension now after braiding it about 3 to 4 times. This is because, especially working with straight hair, you don't want to put so much extension at the start of their hair because it will make it sore, and if you realize, it might cause like reddish bumps at the start. So what I do is I just start with that tiny extension, and I braid about 4 times before I start adding up the extension. And as I'm going behind, I'm adding up the extension. That is, I'm increasing the size of the extension to give it a little bit of volume. She wanted her braids to look bigger. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but practically what I'm saying is that I start slim, and then as I'm going backwards, the braids get bigger. Yeah. And then for this one, I did a fade-in braid for her last time, but for this one I'm going to do the Ghana weave. So I'm adding the extension on top of the hair, and what I do is my first finger and my thumb, they do most of the work, and then my fourth finger helps to hold down the extension I am adding, as you can see. So my fourth finger, let me see, yeah, this is my fourth finger just stepping on the extension I added. So this will help the extension to be firm and not to look loose, if I'm getting the explanation correctly. So that is what I'm just doing, and Usually I use the shine and jam gel, but for this particular hair I ran out of it, so you're going to be seeing a lot of loose hair. That is why it is important to use a gel, especially a firm gel, which is not hurtful to the scalp or to the hair. So I found out that shine and jam, it's a very good gel that you can use, especially when working with straight hair. You can use it on any hair, but it's perfect for straight hair because it doesn't flake, you know, and it's very good also to encourage hair growth. So I'm just repeating the steps. If you can do a normal braid, then you can do this Ghana braid. I learned braiding myself, so anyone can. Guys, do you see how bigger it's getting towards the end? That is just because of the way I parted the hair. And if you notice, the extension I'm adding up now is bigger than the one I started with. And again, I'm not holding her hair tight. She doesn't want to go sore, so I'm not holding the hair tight. So since I don't have the shine and jam gel to prevent a lot of flyaways, I just decided to use this spray. It's a hold spray, it's not maximum hold though. So I decided to use this spray so as to just put some of the hair. It doesn't really help, but at least it's something to just leave the hair like that, to put some of the hair in place. And then I'm trying to spread out the spray. And to send her hair at the back of the extension. So guys, please let me know in the comment section below if you prefer the fitting braid for two plaits or you prefer this Ghana weaving. And let me know if you would like me to do a video on the fitting braids. I personally prefer the fitting braids because it looks more natural. Just that this client for today, she wanted her extension to be obvious, especially if you're doing the same color as your hair. I would prefer the fitting braids because it will make it very natural and it will make it look exactly like your hair. Like if people see you, they won't even guess that you have extensions in. So I really love the fitting braids. It takes time, but it's worth it. So I'm braiding her hair downwards. And just to illustrate again on the reason why you have to pull your extension, you'd see that when I'm going down, the extension gets smaller. If you're doing a full head braid, you discover that when you braid the hair and you go down, it gives you that slim finishing touch. That is exactly what we want. But this is my client, since she's used to putting rubber bands at the end of her hair in order to prevent it to lose, she emphasized that I have to put a rubber band on her hair. But for me, I should have just left it like that after chucking it in water, but she wanted the rubber band. She wanted me to cut this end. So to just further secure it, I twisted the ends, and then I'll go ahead to put the black rubber band. I'll later on cut the sharp part. She didn't want the sharp part. So that's it. Let me know which one you prefer. Now I'm just tucking it the loose end. Like I said, she didn't want it tight, so I'm just trying to secure the looseness of the hair so it shouldn't be obvious. So here I'm just trimming out the flyaway extension, not her hair. I'm just trimming out the extensions and then cutting out the sharp part. After this, I'm going to dip it in hot water just to make it flexible. You'll see me now using my crochet pin to crochet the flyaway hairs. So just crochet the flyaway hairs. This will help it last longer. But if I had the gel, the Shine Jam gel, I wouldn't need this step because everything would have just gone inside without any flyaways. So I'm going over that hair, making sure that it's well tucked in inside. And then I'll do same on the other side. Yeah, I think I already braided the other side. I dipped it in hot water and this is the finishing braids. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.